Welcome to the Daily Plunge. We're in the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verses 1 through 18. Now, it starts off with a calamity. There's a famine in the land, and Elimelech and his wife Naomi decide to go to Moab. This is not guided by the Lord, it's just guided by fear and chaos. And so they go, and they bring their two sons with them, and while they're there in the Moab, for a while, the two sons marry two local girls. Now, we remember that throughout the Old Testament, there is a warning against marrying non-believers, right? People who are not Israelites. The father, Elimelech, and both the sons die, leaving the two wives, the two daughter-in-laws, no children. And in the midst of this calamity, we hear that the Lord has been faithful to his people back in Israel, that he has provided food for his people because God acts. And so Naomi decides as a widow to return back to her homeland of Bethlehem. She tells her two daughter-in-laws to go back. And they have been loyal to her, beyond the requirements, really. She doesn't expect them to share her same fate of being a widow. And so she blesses them. And the first one, Orpah, kisses her mother-in-law goodbye. But Ruth clings to her mother-in-law. She, in a sense, adopts her. And Naomi says, why would you do this? Because the Lord's hand has turned against me, she says in verse 13. She says, it is, I have bitterness. It is bitter for me. And like Job, Naomi is like Job. She accuses God of being unfaithful. In fact, she's making a legal accusation that God hasn't upheld his covenant. And then Ruth responds, don't urge me to leave you or turn away. I'm going to be beyond faithful. And as again, she clings to Naomi, she adopts her. And we hear this incredible statement from her, where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your God will be my God, and your people will be my people. And where you die, there I will be buried with you also. Now, your God will be my God, and your people will be my people. This is the essential verse of the entire book, because the book of Ruth is about what it means to live in relationship with God and what it means to live as his faithful people. We're going to see that unfold throughout the book of Ruth. And then on top of that, Ruth says, may the Lord, the God of Israel, Yahweh, deal with me severely if I don't fulfill this. And so she commits her life to Naomi, but even beyond that, because she says, where you die, I will die. And so she makes a vow, a commitment, not just for this life, but in the life beyond. And so in many ways, there's a reason why this passage is read at weddings, because it is about commitment. And as Christians, we should consider what is our commitment to the Lord and to God's people. How could we be like Ruth in being committed to God and his people? Well, thanks, friends. Have a blessed day.